Duke is having themselves a couple weeks because this Friday we got Ed Sheeran at Wallace Wade Stadium, part of their celebration for their campus, their university, their centennial celebration. Kudos to any staff, alumni, whatnot that got tickets for that. Also coming up at Duke, this is a great opportunity for Duke fans here on October 15th. I need to double check this email, my bad. I'm talking about it, and I'm like, I need to make sure about this date, but I do know this. You can meet Coach John Scheyer. You can get on Coach K's court. You can watch a closed Duke basketball practice. By the way, all the money raised going towards Duke Children's and leading up to the radiothon that we're having in a couple months. And that's where my predicament comes in, okay? Because since we do the radiothon, we've also been invited to this closed Duke practice to meet the coach and go to all that. Honestly, we've all been to it. It is unbelievable. Whether you are a Duke fan or not, college basketball fan, check it out. But one of my friends in the neighborhood is a huge Duke fan. So this is where you come in. What would you do in this situation? So my buddy and his wife, early congratulations, about to welcome another child in the next week and a half. Well, and with that is also when this Duke practice is. And he is a huge Duke fan. He's the first person I think about when I'm like, who should I invite to this? But knowing he's about to have a baby that will be born before this Duke practice with a lot going on, should I even ask him? Do I put this guy in this situation when I know it's going to be like all hands on deck right the first couple weeks, that first couple months of having a new baby? Does that make sense when I'm asking? Do
Yes,
I even put him in that situation of even having a chance to come to a Duke practice knowing he's got, number one, family stuff going on at his house?
Well, it shocks me that you would even need to ponder this. You don't want to be a giant tease.
Right.
You know the answer. The answer's no.
Okay, so
don't even dangle the ice cream in front of his face, man.
To know he has a chance only for it to be a no from his side.
It's going to be a no.
I completely disagree.
In what way?
Because, one, just by inviting him means that you thought of him and he's going to make him feel good, right?
Right.
And secondly, you don't know their situation. They could have tons of grandparents. They could have family in town. You know, they might be plenty of help they have around, and he would be able to escape. But fact of the matter is, bottom line is that giving him that choice is going to show what kind of friend you are to him.
Oh, no.
Yeah, thank you.
No.
I like what you're saying. Keep going, Sarah.
And you don't know his situation.
No,
yes.
but the situation is the same within every single relationship.
Ryan is like,
right after the baby is born, as the husband, you should, out of courtesy and respect for your wife, stick close by and help. Not take an invitation to go spend the afternoon and evening.
Yeah, it's like
once in a lifetime invite for a major Duke fan.
It doesn't matter.
But I'm
What's
on your
more
side.
important?
And here's where I'm stuck in all this because this is how I feel. I'm so conflicted. I feel everything you're saying.
Don't do it,
But I
dude.
also understand your point, Brian, because it's 5 hours out of this guy's night when he has a brand new child. So there it is, Morning Fam. What would you do? One of my buddies is a huge Duke fan, but he's also about to welcome baby number 2. Do I give him the Duke basketball close practice invite, the VIP experience, meeting Coach Scheyer, all those things? 919-860-1015. There's two sides to this. What you said, Sarah, but also if you're the wife and your husband leaves for 5 hours when you just had a baby, would that be cool with you? 919-860-1015. Right now, though, busy morning with traffic, 8 o'clock. Here's Sarah with a look at traffic.
Kids at home, he should be on daddy duty. He doesn't need to go to Duke.
And listen, I already knew what Brian's point was going to be. I mean, after all, he's declined me in Mission Impossible and Oppenheimer invites. It's fine. Still trying to get past it. And that is both very true stories. I'm not being sarcastic. Like
daddy duty, man.
You don't want to go to Mission Impossible, Brian, or
No.
Oppenheimer?
What? It's not the right
Come
word.
on.
I
It can
can't.
happen. All right. Carrie with us. What would you do if you're me? Do I send out the invite or do I not give him the invite? What would you do, Carrie?
I love Brian, but I am totally agreeing with Sarah on this. As a wife and a mother, if I knew my husband had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, I would have a grandparent come over and stay and let him go experience that.
There you go.
Thank
you are
you,
a wise
Carrie.
woman, Carrie, and always
Thank
side
you.
with me. You'll be right.
Hey, thank you so much, Carrie. Have a good day.
You too, bye.
Also, seeing Mission Impossible in the theaters with one of your best friends, Oppenheimer, once-in-a-lifetime experience. All right, next up we have Katie. Katie, welcome to the show. What would you do if you're me? This is a very cool opportunity for Duke fans and basketball fans, but I'm also trying to be respectful of the home family dynamic with the new baby. what would you do?
I would invite him. My husband ended up going to the Masters in 2019, about 8 days after our first was born.
Oh, my God.
And he left at about 3:30 in the morning to drive down to Augusta with his family and made it back the same day. But, I mean, we knew we were obviously pregnant, and we just planned it. We just had friends and family come over. So
See, there you go.
See, much like you said a second ago, like the Masters, this Duke close practice, meet the coach, get on the court. These are like once-in-a-lifetime things where you make the exception for it, I would think.
Yes.
Katie, thank you for calling in. Have a good day.
yeah, absolutely.
That's
But who's
perfect.
looking out for Katie? What did she get to do? She did all the work.
Let Katie decide what she can handle.
Ashley, welcome to Kyle, Brian, and Sarah. You are with us right now. What would you do if you're me? Do I give my buddy the Duke basketball invite, even though I know they will just have had a baby in like days prior?
So my answer is I have a couple things, but I would say yes. I think you don't let your friends miss out on this opportunity. However, you include the wife first. So you ask her and you say, "Hey, I got these tickets, but I know you're about to have a baby. I don't have to mention it at all." Or you can have your wife go over there and hang out with the baby. I don't know how close y'all are. It's like a couple
Master
friends.
class of
But I think that
negotiation
there's,
right here. She's
totally
dropping it.
options.
You know what's funny is I thought about asking the wife first, hey, can I send this text off?
Oh, come
I
on.
did
That's very considerate.
No, it's
I
not.
am.
It's so
Thank you, Sarah.
obviously calculated. Come
I
on.
think it's
I
obviously
think it's because you're a
calculated.
man. I think that the woman would feel appreciated that she was at least acknowledged as a human in the interaction.
Exactly.
Maybe, but she
Sorry.
would know it was total BS. Is she even a Duke fan?
The husband's the Duke fan, but I do.
Exactly.
But real quick, I'm with
it's
you though.
not
I think
about
she
the
would
Duke
appreciate.
thing.
You would, but you're right though. She would appreciate. Oh man, that was nice that he even asked that I should do this, and I get brownie points all around.
Sounds fake.
Hey,
No, it doesn't.
now
Yes,
it
it
sounds so
does.
No, it
genuine.
doesn't.
How does that not sound so fake? The husband is the Duke fan. She could care less, and Kyle invites her. Makes
Because
no
he's
sense.
trying to make her included in the decision.
He's not inviting her.
not inviting her,
He's
just
asking her
asking,
if it's
yeah.
okay to ask the
Oh,
husband.
ask if it's
I
I
okay.
was like, how are you
Yeah.
so
Sorry.
confused?
I'm so confused.
Hey, thank you for calling. Have a good day. Okay.
No problem. You too. Have a good one.
Okay.
Brian had already
Sorry.
gotten to the top of that hill, and he is ready to die on it.
I
I
was.
felt
No.
that. I
no,
felt
Brian.
that.
Brian missed a couple sentences. He was already standing
If that
at the
was
top.
the road they took, though, yes, it would look quite fake.
Hey, good morning. It's Kyle, Brian, and Sarah.
Hello?
Hi, welcome to the show. What would you do? I don't know. I don't want to be like, the guy that gives the invite when they just had a baby, but I'm also like, my friend of mine is a huge Duke fan, and I feel like I need to ask him, regardless of the baby situation that they just had, what would you do if you're me?
So I would ask, and the only reason why I say that is I was on baby number 3, and my best friend was getting married. She was going to Jamaica for her honeymoon. I'd never been out of the country. And my son he was 1 month old when I was like, yeah, I'm going. And my husband watched all 3 of our children. Our last 2 are 19 months apart. So he had literally 2 under 2 and a 6-year-old. And he watched them by himself. His mom came and stayed, and I felt bad at first, but once I started getting in my Jamaica vibe, I was good.
Girl, you felt nothing but sun.
See,
I felt great. And I mean, as a new mom at the 3rd one, I needed it really bad, and it helped me. And then it made me feel good to know that we had a lot of family and friends that could help us out.
but see, there's the difference. Of course you're allowed to. You gave birth. Of course. We're talking about...
I knew you would say that, but it's worth the question to ask your spouse and to see how they feel about it, too. Because sometimes we're like, you need it.
I'm just saying, as a dude, if you're the father of that baby, you commit that first month to doing whatever your spouse, your significant other, baby mama needs. You don't take joyrides and make her stay at home with the kid.
But this is their second kid. I just feel like she may be a little less anxious
Yes.
because they've already had one, and he was
Yes.
there and available for the first one.
Hey, thank
it's
you.
a question.
Hey, thank
All
you.
right, y'all, thank you.
for calling and listening. You have a good day.
Do the same.
There's no less anxious when you have a second. Let me just break it to you.
Well, I think about having a second where I'm able to do so, and you're just so terrified you're going to break the baby.
Morning,
That's
fam.
probably what she's referring to. You know how to handle a tiny baby.
yeah, but now you got 2 of them
That's true.
to keep
That's
track
true.
of.
I
Do
cannot
not
relate.
invite him, dude.
I
Don't
like
do
your
it.
opposite points. thank you, Morning Fam, for rallying for me to help me make a decision. So many people have called over the last 10 minutes.
Have you made one?
20 minutes. I've listened to all this. I've taken it into consideration. I have made my decision.
We know the decision.
The text will be going out right now to my friend to see if he wants to go to this Duke practice. I'll let him make that decision. I would feel bad if he has this opportunity, this, all-time Duke fan, and hopefully, he'll be able to go and everything will work out. So there it is. So, Sarah, thank you for your points. Brian, thank you for your points.
Opportunity will be left right there for him to cry over because he knows he can't go. I'm keeping the receipt on this one.
Or maybe he'll make it happen. Maybe he'll get all of his family members to come and help his wife so he can leave for 5 hours.
Maybe he'll bring the toddler.
Which is what I'm hoping for.